We did it. It's over.
What?
I have completed my expedition.
Good. Now get the out of here.
Hey yo, boots on the ground, it's clean, and we got a real update to talk about today for Ark Raiders. And it's a big one. The expedition project just got delayed to December 17th, and a lot of people are confused about what that actually means, what expeditions are, and what you really get for doing them. So I'm breaking all of that down. I'm going to explain what the expedition system is, how it works, what resets, and what doesn't. What kind of rewards you're looking at, and why I personally think this system should be a core part of the game, not just some side option. But before we jump in, if you're rocking with the content, it is too easy to support the channel. Hit the like, tap subscribe, and swing by the Twitch at Clean Sanchez Media so you don't miss any Ark Raiders updates, guides, drops, all that stuff. Let's get into it. So here's what's actually going on with the expedition project. First off, it got hit with a small delay. The expedition window now opens on December 17th. When that window opens, you've got 6 days to make a decision. Either stay in the Rust Belt or load up your Raider and leave for good using the caravan you built through the expedition project. If you choose to depart, you're basically starting over but not empty-handed. When you leave, everything in your stash gets counted toward your next Raider, and your new character can earn up to 5 skill points based on the total value of your stash and your coins. And the conversion is simple. 1 million coins worth of value equals 1 extra skill point. Now here's the real reset part. When you restart, your skill tree, level, stash, workshop, crafting abilities, and blueprints all get wiped. That's the trade-off. But you're not going back to square one. You skip all the first-time onboarding completely, which means all the maps and potential workshop upgrades are immediately available when you start over. And on top of that, you unlock permanent stuff. You get the Patchwork Raider outfit, which some people on the internet think it's this one, which is really dope, but myself and many others think it's this one right here. You also get the Scrappy Janitor cap, the Expedition's indicator icon, bonus skill points, and 12 extra stash slots permanently. You also get temporary buffs for your new Raider, a 10% repair buff, a 5% XP boost, and you get 6% more materials from Scrappy. And the buffs aren't forever though. They only stay active if you keep choosing to depart in future expeditions. If you skip one, the buffs go away. And the crazy part, the buffs actually get stronger for the next 3 expeditions, but you can only leave once per expedition window. So that window runs from December 17th through December 22nd, and everybody who signs up automatically departs at the exact same time on the 22nd. Now, one more thing, your stash value and your coins get locked in when the window closes. So the game is literally telling you, don't stop looting before then. If you don't want to leave this time, no stress, your caravan progress stays saved, and you can keep working on it until the next expedition window opens in a couple months. And the big picture, this whole system exists because mandatory wipes suck for a lot of people. Instead of forcing everyone into a global reset, they made it optional. If you're not ready, you keep grinding. If you want a fresh challenge, you leave. Get rewards, buffs, and honestly, just a couple bragging rights. And now that that's all out of the way, I want to give you my real take on this whole system. First off, I actually respect what Embark is trying to do here. They made it very clear this system is optional and not forced. You unlock it at level 20, but you're never required to use it. And according to the design director, Virgil Watkins, the whole reason wipes aren't mandatory is because they don't want to disrespect the time of players who can't grind the game like maniacs every week. You know, guys like myself. And I get that. I've been that player. But, you know, life gets busy and we've all been there. But not everyone can dump hours into a game every day. They've also said straight up that, like, the expeditions don't give combat power advantages. So the rewards are supposed to be mostly cosmetic, quality of life, and convenience stuff like stash space, smoother early progression, stuff that makes things feel better without making you straight up stronger than someone who didn't reset. And on paper, it's very commendable. But here's where my perspective changes a bit. I am 100% doing the expedition. I want the buffs, I want the rewards, I want the fresh grind, I like the reset loop. I like coming back in and rebuilding my character from nothing, even running around with like just the lowest tier again. I like that challenge. I enjoy that grind, and that grind is what makes games like this fun for me. And for me, expeditions give me a reason to keep coming back. But here's the balance issue I can't get out of my head. The people who don't reset, those players keep all their maxed out gear, all their advantages, all their stockpiles, while the expedition players willingly wipe and start from scratch. Even if the system doesn't technically give power advantages, the reality is that non-reset players are going to be stacked. And we've seen how this works in other games. Games like Rust and Escape from Tarkov use mandatory wipes. Everyone gets reset. Everyone starts from zero. The playing field is completely even, and that's a big reason those games keep feeling fresh every cycle. Then you got games like Once Human, which used to run scenario-based wipes, but now converts servers into non-shutdown servers after scenarios end, letting some progress carry over instead of a full hard reset. Ark Raiders is kind of sitting in the middle of those two philosophies. And I'm not saying this to complain. I'm saying it because of how people actually play Ark Raiders today. A lot of players will choose the route that makes them as powerful as possible. And I'm cool with the challenge. I'm cool with getting stomped. But from a pure balance perspective, I honestly think this system should have been mandatory. Not because people don't deserve their progress, but because in a game like this, I personally believe the playing field should always be even. If we're all grinding in the same world, I think we should all be operating under the same rules and the same reset cycle. I respect why they made it optional, I really do, but if you're asking for my honest opinion, I think Ark Raiders would be more balanced long term if expeditions were something everyone had to go through, not just the ones who opt in. And yeah, I know that's going to be a spicy take, but that's just where I stand. Now, just to be clear, this being optional isn't going to make me bounce from the game. This is just my personal take, and I don't expect Embark to change what's working for them right now. I appreciate you sticking around to the end of the video. If you're digging the content, again, it's just too easy to support the channel. Hit that like, tap subscribe, and swing by the Twitch at Clean Sanchez Media to catch me live. I'll catch you guys topside.